Tout semblait devenir facile, mais tu me surprends à te dire ne me laisse pas manquer d'air. Pas les airs qu'on se donne à la ville, t'es comme cette toute première fois sous la pleine lune et dans le sable, c'est douloureux à la fois de te garder là. Je te garderai, 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 je te garderai en moi. Si seulement tu savais, tu savais, tu savais. Si seulement tu savais, tu savais, tu savais. Si seulement tu savais, tu savais, tu savais. Je ne savais pas. Si seulement tu savais, tu savais, tu savais. Si seulement tu savais, tu savais, tu savais. Je te garderai, 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 je te garderai en moi. Oui, ces oiseaux sont en moi, ce qui me réveille. À défaut d'être avec toi, j'en 23. Y a quelque chose qui me repose, j'ai cette envie d'être ailleurs. Même mon cœur te cherche, des défauts, oui, ces oiseaux sont en moi, ceux qui se battaient pour ton nom.
Good afternoon. Who's speaking? Greetings, everyone. Welcome to Composting Causations. Check my sound real quick. See what we got. Okay. Sounds a little far away, but it's going to sound a little bit better as I bring the mic closer. Yes, one of those Saturdays. One of those Saturdays. The broadcast has begun, and yeah, maybe begin the chatter. So that's right. This is part of my breakfast. Mm-hmm. And I'll drink to that. Okay. All right. My audio is back. See how we sound one more time. Let's see. All right. So we're good. So I'm here. Osmosis the Compostist. Compost and Causations. A channel that focuses in on sustainability in general and agriculture specifically, and compost if you want to get granular. So this particular broadcast is an open line for questions and comments. So if you have any questions about the channel, where the channel is going, what plans I have for it, and yeah, and just general constructive criticism that you may have, or if you just want to show some love, feel free to do so. So I'm here. I know I only made everybody aware that I was going live about 25, 30 minutes ago. So I need to get better at giving at least 2 hours, giving at least a 2 hour notice beforehand, if not the evening before. So I apologize about that. And I apologize if I'm slumping over because my regular chair, not regular, none of my chairs are regular. They're all special. My chair that I'm accustomed to sitting into or sitting in um, it's not tall enough. If I sit in it, my head will be like right here in the video. And then this is one of my stools. And if I sit in my stool, I guess I got to move it back. Maybe I got to do that. But I don't want to be too far back from my computer. So, man, I guess that's better, right? Yeah, that's better. That works. Just got to create some distance and, this mic is being so finicky. Not cool. So I'll give a few minutes for others to come in, even if it's one person in the chat. Please. Oh, yeah, I have a huge announcement to make in about 7 days. And yeah, it's pretty significant. So wishfully you are here for that. I'll be sharing that announcement live. And yeah, in terms of where do I think the channel is at, if we're getting into the specifics of it all, I need more content up on the channel. I need more videos. I got the shorts that are going, the short little clips. And those are going okay, but my goal is to be doing more of these broadcasts with, composting causations. But as it stands right now with my schedule and what it is I have planned going on in life pertaining to this big announcement, I'm only going to agree to do one broadcast every 7 days. And right now that's scheduled for every Saturday, sometime between 12 noon and 3 p.m. I know it's a range right now because my schedule is still changing a bit, but today we came in at 2 p.m. Just about. So yeah, I'm just working on more content, working on some more ideas, working on some more interviews and some more guests who will be coming onto the platform and the broadcast. So got all that back of the house, behind the scenes items to attend to. And yeah, that's what's going on with the channel right now. My focus is on my main channel, which is the Compliment Kingdom with the Compliment King. And then there's also Soul Power Tennis. And I'm broadcasting once there every 7 days. And that's scheduled for Sundays around the same exact time, like just after noon. So managing 3 channels at once. But this is kind of a experimental stage or phase in a way to, for 90 days from October 1 to January 1, more so December 31st, 2022, to just experiment a little bit, cover some different topic matters, see which ones stick the most, see which ones, you all respond to the most. And that will be a telltale sign for me to, lean towards this one or that, or be able to put everything in its proper place, because because I can manage three things at once, three channels at once, but they all won't be getting the same attention. I think that's where I faulted in times past with any creative endeavors that I was working on, and things that I'm passionate about, is that because I'm passionate about so many things, I try to address those passions at once by being present and working on something as it pertains to that project. And so I'm going to focus in on these three projects or these five projects. And it's like, you can stretch yourself too thin. That's one. And your projects are not going to get the most umph from you that it needs, because you're divided between three things equally. And so nobody or nothing is getting your best or the most of your attention. And so, I've had to just place things appropriately that's going to fit into my schedule, my regimen for the present moment, and focusing on one more particular. And so that's what I'm explaining right now. And wishfully you go over and support those channels as well. And please make sure you like, subscribe, comment, click the notification bell as it says on the screen now. And the goal is to get to 1,000 subscribers by year's end. I know that we're quote unquote way behind on that mission, but whichever one of my channels gets there first, then that would be awesome. So, but that's the goal, to get monetized and, get the watch hours, because again, this is my profession. It's not just a hobby or something that I think is cool to do. I have a lot to share with the world. And in this particular field of choice, I have a lot to share here as well. So this is one of my passions. So, so that's that. Any criticisms that I have to give towards the broadcast is, I can always be better and do better in terms of promoting, in terms of strengthening the content. That's always something that's always on the content creator's mind. How can my broadcast, how can my work, be even more potent? How can it, am I moving the right way? Yeah. How can it bring even more value to the audience? Is there a missing piece? Let's go back further this way. Yeah. Is there something that I'm missing that I could be tapping into? And so that's where I'm at, just, learning and, you know, continuing. Yeah, that was funny. Learning and continuing to get better. So, um, and in addition to that, I would say my constructive criticism of you all is you all not being here with me consistently like I need you to be. I would like for y'all to be here more consistently. And if you see me going live, even if you just tap in for a moment, leave a comment, click the like button, the notification bell, and all of that stuff, and just show some love. And so I agree with all of my views and my interpretation of topic matters. And that's fine. That's life. That's, life on earth. That's us as humans. But I, as a human, I think it's best to support the authenticity of the human and to support the craft, support the topic matter, because obviously if you're watching this broadcast, if you're, let me just check something real quick. Let me just check something real quick. Okay. Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Let's see. Yeah, if you're watching the broadcast and obviously you're interested in agriculture, composting, sustainability, something of that sort. And so you see some value in that topic matter, and ideally you see some value in me as the human who is the vessel, who is the channeler of information or experience as it pertains to this field. And my interpretation of that. So I think it's important to support authenticity. It's important to support free speech, and as long as I'm not threatening or doing something irate and highly problematic, support my particular voice and what it is I have to contribute to the field and contribute to the genre and what it is I have to contribute to YouTube, and more importantly to our lives. So I think that that's important as a human. Anybody that I've met who is doing something of quality and value on the planet, even if I don't fully understand it or even agree with all of what they're doing, I think as long as they're doing something positive and not trying to directly intently hurt people or harm themselves or destroy the environment, then I'll subscribe to their channel. I'll click the like button. I'll put their video on play, and even if I'm not gonna watch it with my eyes or listen to it, just put it on play and just let it play, so I can get so that osmosis, the composters, can get those watch hours up. There's always things that you can do. So I'm continuing to ask for your support, because at this point, obviously, my channels are very, very small or smaller, and there's going to come a point where you may not have as much access to me, because there would be more people who are supporting, more people who are in the live chat, and so I won't be able to give you as much time and attention, as a supporter of mine, for a year, 2, 3, 4 years that you've been. So I think this is a very, very critical time to really help lay the foundation for this particular broadcast, and kind of like put your juices in it, put your fingerprint in it, like lay the foundation for what it is you got going on in life, and collaborate with me in a way of being a part of this broadcast, and say that, hey, I can be one of the first, one of his first supporters. I was one, I helped to do this on the channel, or I was his first this, his first that. So, you know, if not just for clout and ego purposes, do that. But anyway, I'm not begging, I'm just checking. So that's my constructive criticism of myself and of you. And showing love wise, yeah, I think I love I love doing what I'm doing. I have put some significant things to the side. I don't want to say sacrifice. I don't. I'm not the biggest on that word. Glad that I got that word out. I'm not the biggest on that word. I would say trade offs, trade ons is a better statement to represent where I'm at. But I've made some significant choices to be able to be here with you all and build up these platforms that I have and take this as a profession and a career seriously. So I'm investing a lot into all of this, and because I'm banking, I'm betting, and yeah, I'm banking on myself. And so in part because I love myself, because I'm here, I'm showing up. I've showed up today. Doesn't matter whether I'm sleepy or hungry, whatever the case may be, not feeling well, show up. So I've showed up today, although you can only see, I want you to see more of my face. The sun is still coming over. So, this part of the studio is always a bit more challenging to light appropriately, especially during the time of day. So right now you're seeing my light self and my shadow self. So, but that's it, showing some love to myself, and I'm showing some love to you, because you deserve that. So for anybody who's already liked the video, I appreciate that. And yeah, that's essentially it. Not going to be a long broadcast. I just wanted to, quote unquote, tap in, give you all the opportunity to, be a part of the conversation, talk about how your Saturday is going. And that's essentially it. So I know I didn't have any background music this time, but hey, that's a photo of the composting site in Red Hook during the work sessions. Yep, that's sifted compost, or as some may say, shifted compost. So that's that. We're going to go out in a similar way that we came in, with an artist named Timmy Tan. And it's probably more like Timmy Tan. And the title is Swazezo. Swazezo. Although it sounds like he's saying it, a bit differently. But that's who you heard playing, and that's who we're going to go out on. So thank you all for your time and your attention, and may you enjoy the rest of your Saturday. Osmosis to compost and causations. Yes. Mm-hmm. Feels like a cool dude. I actually know the person who did the album art for one of his albums. It may have been this album.
Il y a quelque chose qui me repose, j'ai cette envie d'être ailleurs. Même mon cœur te cherche, des défis, oui, ces oiseaux sont dans moi. Ceux qui se battaient pour de l'eau. Je te garderai, 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 je te garderai en moi.